So I'm 1/5 of the way through with 75 Day Hard or Harder, which is the version I'm doing. And I have some extra stuff I add on to it. But with that, part of those extra things is not watching external media, not watching stuff or listening to stuff while I'm doing my work. And I've really been reading like a lot more books. And it's the weirdest thing, like the habits I had with watching TV of like wanting to watch TV while I eat, wanting to watch TV, like I don't know, you have 5 minutes of free time, whip out your phone. Like you're up in your hunting stand and there's no deer in front of you, whip out your phone. I mean, like I've had to catch myself because I've actually started to do that with a book where I'm like, oh, I have 2 minutes to kill. Where was I in this book? Like, it's weird because like I thought that behavior was just because like TV and my phone was so addicting. And it's like, no, it's actually something with my mind whereas I like want to, I don't know, constantly have something stimulating or distracting it. But I was thinking about that in my hunting stand this morning because I was just like trying to, I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit still, I'm gonna do some meditation. There's absolutely no deer. It started raining out. But I'm gonna sit still, I'm gonna do a meditation, I'm gonna sit upright. And I just kept like fidgeting and it took me like 5 minutes to actually stop myself from fidgeting. I'm like, what is this? It's like my mind just didn't want to leave it like be at peace. I mean, that's part of why I do the meditations and why it's good to meditate. Is because sometimes your mind just like resists it so much, where I'll have thoughts popping into my head. I'll literally start fidgeting with something. I'll be like, I have to stop doing that. I'll like have the impulse to like pull out a book and read it. It's literally insane. But anyways, with 75 Day Hard, it's been going great. I've been drinking lots and lots of water. Like literally, I think I doubled, if not almost tripled my water consumption. And basically what that means is, so I don't like waking up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, so I just wind up like chugging about half a gallon of water between 3 and 4 p.m. because I'll wake up in the morning and I won't be thirsty because I'll have drank some water like a gallon the day before, so I'm still very hydrated. And I'll usually try to make myself drink about 32 ounces, even though I'm not thirsty. And then I'll have some tea, which is another 32 ounces. And then that lasts me till like 4 p.m. where I look at the clock and I'm like, oh crap, it's 4. So I proceed to get a straw and I shove it in a gallon of water and I just chug it until like my stomach can't take it anymore. Wait 10 minutes, rinse and repeat, and then spend the next 2 hours like getting up every couple minutes to go pee. But I just don't want to be getting up in the middle of the night to go pee. So I try to like super hydrate myself and then allow it to kind of flush through my body for the rest of the day. Another thing I've been doing is it's thanks to hunting, but resetting my sleep to where I had it earlier, where I'm just getting up earlier. Like I've been getting up at 5:30 the past couple of days, and it's honestly like really nice. It's really nice to go to bed at. It's like going to bed at 9:30 and not doing too much work late in the day helps me, because at least for me personally, I have like jiu-jitsu later in the day, then right after jiu-jitsu, get home, shower, go to bed. Normally I would do jiu-jitsu, get home, work another 2 to 4 hours, and then go to bed. Of course I shower. But no, just waking up early in the morning, waking up watching the sunrise, it's actually really nice. I used to do this. I used to wake up, I've woken up at every hour. I've woken up at 2 a.m. I did that for months during COVID so I could get the fastest Wi-Fi speeds in my house in order to do school online. I've woken up, I did 4 a.m. for a while, but I had to stop doing that because my jiu-jitsu gets out at 8:30. So I mean, back when when you're waking up at 2 in the morning, you have to go to bed around like 6 p.m. But anyways, I think I function better as a morning person, but I've just been doing that more. And then I had a video earlier this week that I talked about how I don't think higher levels of consciousness were that common, at least in modern civilization, because we don't have the words to express the feelings of those states. And I was thinking about this, and I'm like, well, why is that? And I'm pretty sure it's because due to Henry Ford. Like, Henry Ford freed man from the slavery of labor by allowing machinery and automation to take over, and really, I mean, freed man from having to walk literally 2 hours a day to get to and from work so that he could have some free time. And I think ever since then, we've been able to, at least more of this population has been able to even contemplate these questions of consciousness, spirituality, and like levels of awareness. Because the real question that I was wondering is our civilization becoming more conscious or less conscious? Because we see the rise of phones, we see the rise of TikTok, of Instagram, and all these things seem to be distracting people. Yet, I was wondering, like, were people more conscious back in the day? And I'm like, I don't think they were, because we just don't have the vocabulary. We're actually, I think a portion of the population is becoming hyper distracted, and I'm not sure if we peaked in terms of like our consciousness levels, but like, at least, I mean, the collective consciousness levels. But you can always attain higher states and become more conscious and more aware of yourself, your emotions, and your thoughts through putting away the distractions. But I don't know, it's something to think about. Leave your idea down in the comments if you have a thought on that. But lastly, what I want to talk about is, like, today I found out that I was just in my hunting stand doing a little research. So the journals of the Continental Congress, personal correspondence and diaries of Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, Ben Franklin. Because I was wondering, like, are there any minutes of the meetings of the founding fathers? Because it's like, literally, if you try to hyper empathize and think about the situation they're in, where they're literally overthrowing the world's strongest government because they're like, up yours, you're not treating us right. Like, the balls on those guys. Also, like, I know there's bears and wolves in the woods and Indians coming in to kill you. Like, the time period I find fascinating. Like, just the drive and the vision they had of, like, this is what we're doing. And you don't really see it that much. At least I don't see it that much in America. And I think it's part of that pioneer spirit that I want to learn more about to better understand. But my thought on this was, like, holy shit, there are books like that literally you can basically have conversations with the founding fathers and find out exactly what they were thinking. And I've watched Psych 3 times, like 4 times, the TV show, all 110 episodes. Like, what the fuck? Like, I could have been reading about the founding fathers. I've really been reading tons of books about Ford. Brilliant dude. Like, love the books I'm reading on him. And I feel like it's a failure of society where I didn't even realize what I was missing by watching TV. Because I was like, oh, books, yeah, they're kind of boring. TV, yeah, this is entertaining. Here's YouTube, here's TikTok, here's Jake Paul versus, like, Tyson. Like, who the fuck cares? Like, you could actually be reading the thoughts of, like, George Washington. You could actually be reading the thoughts of Ben Franklin. You can actually read the words written by Henry Ford. Like, these great men who made the world. Like, you can actually understand how they thought. But no, everyone just wants to watch like a YouTuber and some retired boxer. Makes no sense to me. I'm like annoyed with myself because of the amount of time that I've wasted watching TV. But like I try not to think that way because it's partly like, did I waste that time? Because that time made me into the person who I am now, who is now hyper motivated to basically read all the books that he possibly can because he actually realizes the value of books. Because society failed me in the fact that they never actually taught me the value of books because the shit we read in school is horrible. Catcher in the Rye, To Kill a Mockingbird. That's Hunger Games. Is it? No. I don't know. Yeah, To Kill a Mockingbird is not Hunger Games. Mockingjay is Hunger Games. But it's like, I don't know, those are supposed to be the great literary works of the time. No, they're shit. They're actually shit. Like the books we read in school that are supposed to be these mind-opening books that expose us to the greatness of literature are actually just pieces of shit. Like, this book, I'm on my third read. It's freaking amazing. It's no thou, like, cometh down Juliet. Like, it's no Shakespeare. Like, I don't even give a crap about Shakespeare. Like, that book, awesome. Like, I'm just annoyed that the school system failed. The public school system failed to such a degree that they weren't able to actually show me the value books would have. So I spent a lot of my life watching TV, YouTube, and movies. I think it's a complete failure in society these days. Like, yeah, because the fact that Atticus is like what the fuck he does in To Kill a Mockingbird, like, sure, yeah, that's important for everybody. Everyone needs to read that. What other books did I waste my time reading? Shakespeare. I don't know, I've tried to forget them. They're so stupid. But like, I feel like it's a failure of the public school system. Literally in Massachusetts, which has the best public school system in the country, to impress upon the youth the value of which books can possibly have, because they force you to read the dumbest shit that you don't even give a care about, and that I'm frustrated with this. And I just wanted to articulate my thoughts so I could better understand them. But highly recommend this book, Today and Tomorrow. It literally talks about how Henry Ford basically changed the modern world. And I've been reading other books on it. Like, the dude was such a visionary that literally made cars, highly pushed for the development of modern road systems, basically made the United States the powerhouse they are today. And oh, that's my cat. But oh, okay, it's time for Jiu-Jitsu. Anyways, peace out, and let me know what you think about this video in the comments.